bad.
We are live!
Partially.
Felt good to see
Hello,
you.
everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
We are live.
I know it's been 6 months.
Yes,
we back.
It's been 6 months. We back. We back. We back. We back. We back. Yeah, buddy. Man, it feels good to be back. So, in this time, what have you guys been up to since the last time we've been around? It feels like the last time PlayStation released one of those first-party bangers that they talk about. I think it wasn't it around Death Stranding time was the last time we were around here? How about that?
I think we was a couple weeks past it. But what I will say, since we talking about that, how come PlayStation took Spider-Man off that PlayStation subscription, and then I looked back 2 days ago and they just added Spider-Man back? Them some scummy niggas right there.
They were getting
some
back.
scummy niggas.
Ladies and gentlemen, Briadios is here. What's good, Briadios? How you doing, brother? It's good to see you. Good to see Briadios. He usually always here first. Hey, listen, we gonna get more consistent. I promise you.
Gamescom is coming up.
Gamescom. The Rick doesn't care about Gamescom. Let's talk about other stuff here. Listen, what is it? Shout out to King Reaper, who was here. King Reaper, he came to check it out. King Reaper, how you doing, King Reaper? King Reaper, King Reaper. So what's going on, fellas? How y'all been? Y'all been good? Play any games lately?
Wait a minute. Read Briera's comment.
Briadio says, if you took Muay Thai, I would compare Ricky to Sagat. All right. Well, listen. Is it that Indian great-grandmother thing? Huh? Tiger! Uppercut! Wait, no, Sagat is not Indian. That was, you're at fire. He's the guy that's,
Dalcine. Yeah, you on the wrong person, Ricky.
Dalcine. Hey, look, man, he's a dark guy with a bald head. What do you want from me? All right? Leave me alone. Anyway.
That was the man. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I didn't like his uppercut. It was hard to counter it, like, with, when they jumped, because it started so low. The tiger uppercut, that was tough. But I did like that yoga fire. No, the yoga flame. Like if people jumped at you and you did the yoga flame, you burn them right up. And he got them long arms and stuff, man. Yeah, Dalcine was a problem, bro.
Dalcine? Yeah, he all right.
Yeah, Dalcine was a problem. I remember him real good. Let me get this screen capture right.
I don't got no problem now, Rick, but he was okay.
You got fired. You got fired. So, I played the Robocop Unfinished Business, and I got to tell you, the Rick was not very
impressed.
I don't want to say that I wasn't impressed. I love Robocop. If anybody knows me, knows that Robocop is my dude. I mean, I got the freaking action figures. They cost thousands of dollars, and I have them here. Wait, Levon, bing, bing, bing.
Okay. Thank you, Burials, for the $5. Sony going to dogs. All Xbox has to do is put Quantum Break on PS5, and I'm good.
And ladies and gentlemen, thank you from Briadios.
So when you see The Last of Us on Xbox, then what you gonna say?
I'm gonna say better off playing it on PC. Ladies and gentlemen, the Objective one is here. Shout out to the Objective one. He's been on a gaming show in a while, even though we haven't had a gaming show in a while. But said, two things can't be true at one time. Now, I was playing a Robocop Unfinished Business. Anybody knows me knows I love Robocop. The gore is just impressive, man. You shoot a guy's legs off, you shoot a guy's hands off, man. Oh, it's great, but it is so glitchy. Oh my god, Robocop is talking and his mouth isn't moving, bro. That's bad. And then that hurts. And then when you so I'm at the final boss, or like the final act of the game, and this lady is helping me, and she sacrifices herself. But when she does it, there's two of her inside of the ice freezer, and one of them is just acting like they're cold, and the other one's dead. Like that was a hellacious bug. I'm like, yo, this is bad. I mean, it was a horrible bug. That game was so buggy. See, here's the problem with games like that. Number one, they're indie games, so they don't have the financial backing like these big corporations have, or these big tech companies, or these big guys like Sony and Microsoft. Nintendo would never release anything buggy like that. It doesn't happen. But I'm just saying, like, yo, I get it, simplistic with developing their stuff. I'm not giving them a pass or congratulating them, saying how great they are. That's just what a fact is. But the problem that I have with Robocop is, you guys had a hit with Rogue City, right? So if you have a hit with that game, don't rush the standalone DLC to where it comes out that is crappy. I got to tell you, the game crashed like 3 times when I was playing it. Had nothing to do with my NVIDIA card update or anything like that. I did have everything turned up max settings. It was using 99% of my GPU. It was using 99% of my GPU. Maybe about 14% of my CPU, but I did it for a balanced, for resolution as well as frames, and I was getting about 170 frames. By doing it that way.
That many frames for RoboCop?
Yeah, I got 170. Got 170.
No, I said, do you need that many frames for RoboCop?
Not really. He walks slow and everything, so you really don't need. Shout out to J-Biz Retro Corner. What good, brother? How are you? Haven't seen you in a while either. Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Yeah, it's good to see all y'all that come through, even if only 5 people come through. Hey, we got to start all over. So going forward, all of our arcades are going to be on Saturday night at 8 o'clock, unless we change it. So we want to have a firm date for Watchtower, which we have. Watchtower is always on Monday. That's a firm date. We're going to move arcade to Saturday. Before
Saturdays and Mondays.
Yeah, Saturdays and Mondays for sure. If there's some news going on, there's no problem. We'll do an impromptu show. We can do that. We will do that going forward. Because we built an audience, we gotta keep it. Like, that's what we gotta do. So, ladies and gentlemen, Markenstein! Not Frankenstein, Markenstein's here! Yes!
He's been waiting for a long time.
Yes, man, he's been waiting for a long time. Markenstein said, yo, y'all actually having a show. OMG, I'm surprised. Ladies and gentlemen, the gaming hero is here. And the gaming hero, he's got to answer me some questions here. I saw some stuff about Nintendo here.
Here we go.
I don't know. What's that? That's that 801p there, gaming here. But you still get a song, man. Because we need a hero. We need a hero. Gaming hero.
I do want to ask him a question about Switch 2. About Madden, Nico. I want to know, can you find out, does Madden have... No, it's not a knock. It's a question. Does Madden have crossplay on Switch? If it does, Madden 26, I'm calling you out. I want you to get that Madden on the Switch, too. And my PC is... Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I'm going to look it up.
Yeah.
All right, now, wait a minute. You sure? Now, don't forget now, this lovely Nintendo that we praise... They charge you to have like a voice chat or something, don't they? I don't know if those guys are in the business to make friends. That's all I'll say about that.
Well, yeah. Well, I know, yeah, but hopefully it's crossplay though. So, a version of Madden.
I don't know.
You looked it up?
No. Well,
oh man,
they don't got crossplay.
Well, that's on Madden because Street Fighter 6 is though, So
yeah, so Madden doesn't have
crossplay. So we already know that Street Fighter, Nintendo has a different type of relationship with Street Fighter than they do with Madden. And so I guess that's kind of
Street Fighter runs perfect. That's what I'm saying. Y'all tagged me in that Bandai Namco Dragon Ball Z game. Okay, it might run 30 frames.
But wait a minute, is this the same game Big Von called you out, brother? And he said you ran to the forest. He said you didn't want that smoke, Nico. What you gonna do?
Hey, man.
Oh yeah,
you don't even play the damn game. How you gonna call somebody out on something you don't even play?
Oh man, ladies and gentlemen, the pastor himself, the pork eating, Bible reading pastor is here, ladies and gentlemen. He's here. Pastor Rose.
You say pastors are swine?
He's pork eating swine.
Hashtag bacon. Hashtag
yeah. See. I say.
Wait a minute.
Sermon preaching, pork eating, no Christmas tree having. He's the Grinch up in here. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Von's here. He said it's not Parker. It's not 60. on Switch. Uh-oh.
No, he was asking a question about the Madden. He was answering the question.
He said it's not.
Yeah.
He said, y'all just looking for the new or a specific console. I don't know, J-Biz. I'm 90% of a PC guy now. And I got to tell you, and Vaughn did write something in the Broadband Bullies Discord about Robocop. He said it might be a PC problem. We all know that the Unreal Engine 5 has its difficulties with PC. It's optimized better on console because it's not optimized at all on PC. Bro, you can have the most powerful PC in the world and it still pisses itself.
It's less configurations, I guess, to worry about. I guess maybe that's why console so it's optimized better.
Yeah, exactly. Well, because the power is checked. You see what I'm saying? Like kind of like what you said. We're saying the same thing, but in a different language. So basically, when your console, you're dumbed down. You know you're getting 60 frames. Okay, but when you're on PC, you can get up to 250. In my case, I get like 170. And the frames ain't the thing. Robocop's a slow game. But, bro, the mouth isn't moving with the talking. And, listen, I love Robocop. I'm sorry. I can't give it a pass because then I'll be a fraud. So I got to say, out of a scale of 1 to 10, I finished it yesterday. I got to give it I got to give it like a 7. I can't give it a high grade like I gave Rogue City. Though? I had fun. Yes, I had fun. Like, you can have fun and still be disappointed. Can I interest you? Can I interest you in a family reunion? You have fun, but you're still disappointed. It happens. It happens. Speaking of family reunions, ladies and gentlemen, the Platinum One himself has come here. Cousin Noah is here.
What's going on, player? What's up, cuz?
What's up, cuz? Listen, tell me, what has PlayStation done anything wrong lately? Yeah, I've been away. I don't know what. I was in Florida. It was hot. I'm in SeaWorld. It's 109, and it was just had a headache. I'm walking around dark now. Look at my face. Man, look at me. You know what I'm saying? He said, man, woo, woo, woo. But man, I hear a lot of crazy things been happening in gaming. I was told that somebody said just these 4 games on the blue side, brother. And that's what
Remember what I was saying. Remember what I said before though, right? Remember what I said, right?
I remember Mr. Parker said, hey, you guys better stop making fun of these dudes because what goes around comes around. And when you point your finger at somebody, there's 3 fingers pointing at you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if any of this stuff is true, and when I say any of this stuff, I want to go to this first thing. And Levon just pulled this up for me because, again, I've been out of the loop. So, pardon me if I'm late to the party on this one because I ain't been to no party. So, this thing here said PlayStation confirms a move away from hardware. Gamers losing their minds. Now, listen, here's the funniest thing that I've heard. I was listening while driving, of course. I heard Porter Rock have King Thrash on his show. And Noah, you know what King Thrash does. He went on your show before and said that Sony was going to make $3 billion in 10 hours. So I heard King Thrash for Destiny. So let's take a rewind back to about a year and a half ago, 2 years. King Thrash himself was on Noah's show with Post Up and Mello, and he said that Sony would make back the $3 billion purchase in about 2 weeks or whatever it was from the Destiny new whatever that was coming out. That was King Thrash's words. He said that. Like, legit said that.
He said that.
He said it. And King Thrash also said that job posting that was up where they said we're going to try to bring more games digitally on different storefronts for Sony. King Thrash was on Porter Rock show and he said that posting was for a sales representative. Jesus Christ.
I would say this though, Rick.
Go ahead, Parker.
What? Same way I judge whatever those guys. Base it off what those guys said. Don't try to come with your own loopholes to fit your narrative, what you want to do. Because I said, like what Phil said, according to what Phil said in that interview, I'm taking the impression of multiple games will be coming and won't be nothing to stop them coming over, right? So you got to take them at face value until they're proven to be wrong. What they say in those interviews, though.
But that's the problem, Parker. They're never at face value. These guys in these interviews say some of the most vague statements. It could go either way. It had certain guys.
They do.
Yes, they do, bro.
They do. But Rick, I'm gonna give you the cheat code, right? don't pay so much attention to what they say. Pay attention to how they say it. They use a lot of terms of.
They use a lot of PR talk.
Moving towards. Transitioning.
Yes.
These things tell me that you plan on doing something that you're currently not doing.
Yes.
So we can't say they already have live service on Xbox with MLB and Destiny and whoever else Sony. Oh, Helldivers 2.
Yeah.
Right?
But that's not where Sony makes their that's not where Sony makes their live service games money. They make it from Fortnite and stuff because people go there. Third party. They don't make it from first party.
But listen to the key words. They're using terms saying we're not doing this currently. They're not saying, manage our already existing live service games, making a push. They're hiring somebody to transition into pushing games to other platforms. So they're going to be making a push.
They're paying them $300,000 max, too.
I have to know it. I want to add some other stuff too. So
Go ahead, my brother.
If you look at it
hold on. It's nice that you guys haven't muted each other. So I want to say thank God for that. So apparently that the hatchet is buried and burned. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. The objective one and Noah can now finally hear each other. Now, how long will it be for the next fight? I don't know. So, Parker, before you go, I want J-Biz said that Sony doesn't piss me off. He says Sony doesn't piss me off the worst or anything by far. So go ahead, Parker. Say what you was going to say.
I was going to say, if you look at it, how it all lines up, they talked about wanting to increase monthly active users, and these new guys, they all about bringing that profit over. They see that right on the wall. Where, as far as software is where you really make your money. Yeah. And services and accessories, so all of that. So
well, Sony sells a lot of that.
And so
they sold me a VR headset that they stopped making stuff for. But, that seems.
When I was mentioning like face value, I'm referring back to that IGN interview that Phil had did, and he said, you'll get to play these games first on Game Pass subscribers or whatever, but they'll still be going to other platforms. So he's not taking that away from. So that's what I meant by taking what he said at face value, and you see other games that came over. And now, if these so-called Sony guys trying to run that only 4 games, we see what happened before we try to use that before, right? On the opposite side. So if 4 games come, it's probably more than 4 games going to come, right?
Well,
if it's successful,
it all depends on how this Helldivers goes. This Helldivers 2 go. Well, and not even really that, because the reason why I say it doesn't just depend on Helldivers. We all know that Spider-Man 2018 would sell, what they say is 30 million Xboxes out there. That'll sell probably 10 million copies. Easily. Yeah. I think so for a couple reasons. Number one, now I'm telling you right now that Sony would probably sell 10 million copies of Spider-Man 18 on Xbox. 5 million of those would just be from Xbox fanboys to piss off the PlayStation guys and say that they got their game. And the others would be people that are new to the ecosystem or whatever, and want to play it on another. I don't know why it would play best on PlayStation, and that's one thing I can say. Now, my only pushback, and again, I don't want to keep hitting you guys with a potpourri of things. My only pushback on PlayStation doing this is it eliminates the significance of the PlayStation 5 itself, and let me tell you why I say that. I say that because when have you ever seen and again, Spider-Man 2 with the exception. 9 times out of 10, when Sony releases a first-party game, it ain't that many bugs, and it runs good. They do more with less than anybody. They'll take a game, they'll checkerboard that sucker, upscale it, and they're going to get you your 60 frames, console guys. So Sony has bent over backwards to make sure that they got 60 FPS, a lot of their games this gen, 60 FPS, and it's maybe not true 4K. And I think that's where one of the mistakes Microsoft made with trying to make everything true 4K by powerhousing the Xbox. Somebody, you got too much going on in the back. You got to pause that. You guys sound like you're doing dishes or whatever the hell. Somebody's bowling. But I think that's where Xbox made a mistake, where they was just trying to brute force everything into be true 4K. Where Sony is showing you don't need to do that. You can use upscale. You can do this PSFR, whatever the hell they got going on. You can do
Looks
that.
good enough.
Yeah, that's good. Yes, it does. And now, this is my point. You lose that now if Sony starts making these games for everybody else. Because now they got a kit to make for Xbox, they got to make for PC, they got to make for Nintendo. It's not going to play as well.
That's not what it was, Rick. That's not what it was, Rick. The main reason games been coming out 30 FPS on Xbox is because they're using Unreal Engine 5, and that engine is pretty much still in the beta. Like it gets optimized every few months.
It's not optimized on PC. We can agree for that. That's the first thing. I mean, you might have something there because it damn sure ain't optimized for PC. It is not.
Right. But you take a game like you take a game like Gears. I mean, Gears was like way optimized when it's released. But I mean, I still give Sony credit. I mean, their games come out 60 FPS.
Yeah.
Where Microsoft don't. Nope. You know, I'm just debating the reason. But I think Sony had to sit. They had to ask themselves a question: what means the world to you? You can't sell the PS5 to 45% of your own fan base. They won't move from the PS4, right? So is it more important? Is the prestige of the PS5 more important than the revenue or the gross profit margin?
No, they told you no. They told you no. Yes, they made a decision. Now, listen, I ain't gonna hold you. Once a one-player game like a Spider-Man, I hate to say it, a Horizon Zero Dawn or a Forbidden West, once you beat those on PlayStation, you know, barring some kind of DLC, there's nothing really to do after that, right? It's over. There's. I mean, how many times are you gonna go and run back and play that game? I'm a Horizon fan. I'm gonna do it.
How many times can you remaster that same game and upcharge $10?
Well, hey,
to play the same game.
Listen, they do it because they need money, and that's why you put it on other places because you need money.
But now we're at a point. Now we're at a point, though. I mean, you've ran that well dry, and we're also at a point where the budget is going up. But PlayStation created this standard where 20 million, 23 million. Remember, we used to hear those crazy numbers of games sold.
Yes, and I know why. I know why they don't sell that no more, though. I know why. I know why. Well, people feel the.
Well, hold on, but let me say this though. You created this standard of games selling 20 million plus, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now you got this PS5. You got people that won't move over from a PS5 from the PS4 because the economy is crazy, right?
Yeah.
Now, when you put out a report that this game sold 9 million, 10 million, it looks underwhelming. So the budget done went up, but you're selling less copies.
Yes.
Even though you and I both know the game did well, but in comparison, we have to talk relatively, right? Relative to what you were doing on PS4, the PS5 performance does not compare. We have to do things like, well, if you take today's dollar and compare it back to 2013.
Yep, you do. But let's be honest.
You're not selling as many copies as you was before.
No,
that's true.
No, and I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why I think it is. Let's not make any beans about. We know. Here's the truth is. A lot of the reason why they were selling those 20 million games, it's two reasons actually. Number one, they were good games. But number two, a lot of that was the 360 guys that went over to the PS4. Think about it. Yeah. A lot of that was new guy. Because think about this. Remember, PS3 and 360 were neck and neck. I think they outsold them by what, 8 million? Probably less than that at lifetime sales. Towards the end. Yeah, exactly. Towards the end. But I'm telling you right now, the influx of the PS4, a lot of those was 360 guys that went over. 360 guys that said, look, I'm not cool with this Xbox One, TV. I'm going over here. They bounced. And then here's where they really bounced. Where the 1080p versus the 720.
729.
Yep, 720, yep, 729. They bounced. They dipped. That's number one why it happened. First of all, that's why the PS4 became dominant. 1080, 900p, 720p, and a lot of the 360 guys came over. Okay, so now your install base is bigger. Your PS4 sold you 140 million, whatever it was. I don't know. Now when you go from PS4 to PS5, What happened? And it's not that the games got any worse. They're we make fun about it. It's basically the same game, right? We say that all the time. It's the same game. But here's the catch that nobody talks about. The games got more expensive. You may think that $10 is not a lot of money, but like Noah said, when you have a bad economy, on top of the fact that they're not going to move away from PS4 because with the exception of Spider-Man, how many of the other games that were on PS5 were on PS4 anyway? So you don't have the reason to move over to the PS5 if you're just a person that says, hey, look, I want to play PlayStation games. So you can't make them. That's where the we believe in generations thing bit them in the ass. Because if they really wanted them to all from the 4 come to the 5, like, hey, listen, this God of War, this Horizon, yeah, you're going to need a PS5 to play it. But the problem with that is the game's not $59.90, it's not $49.99, or the game's more, the $10 more now. That's
well, I think Shawn Layden got something to say with that, with them game prices.
Well, before, yeah, he does. Now, before we go to that, hold on, we have Thriller Ali has returned, ladies and gentlemen, and we haven't seen him in a while. So how you doing, brother? It's good to see.
I'll deal with him on Monday.
What happened? The Saints are playing or something?
What up, Thriller? What up, Thriller?
Man, what's going on? Saints play the Bills or something? What's going on? Thriller?
Oh no, it's on a different show. Yeah.
Hey, yo, Rick, let me make one more point.
Okay.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say
Dark Lord Fusion. Sorry, Parker, but we got to shout him out. Dark Lord Fusion is here.
I was say.
All right, go ahead, brother.
I say what Sony had to do. People may not like what I'm about to say, and you just look at hardware. It's never a great indicator of helping your profits, though, right? It's always been software. And how your consumers could access your software. They don't have no subscription model for playing games day and day, right? You can't use you can use the PlayStation service on PC, but you only can play them in the cloud. You cannot download them natively and play the game. That's another strike against them. They don't have their own dedicated PC launcher. They don't have an apples to apples like with Game Pass. And regardless of what people might say about Game Pass, in this economy, you'll probably sell more subscriptions if you had like a Game Pass, like a style.
But they don't have the infrastructure. They don't have the teams that Microsoft.
Yeah, they will have.
They made that mistake. They put their money into money having single titles. Where Xbox said, you know what? We're not gonna pay for no exclusivity. We're gonna buy publishers.
They did.
Everybody looked at Microsoft crazy, but now it's starting to make sense. Well, I want to say this. There's one more point I want to throw in there, and I'll let you get it back, Parker. We got to take into consideration, and when you look at the children, the kids coming up, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're not into consoles.
No, they're in the tablets, mobile stuff, phones. Yeah.
But build me a PC. That's all these kids are saying nowadays. Build me a PC.
Yeah, they're more tech savvy than old farts like us in our 40s and stuff.
Okay. Hey, now, hold on, Rick. I want to just a little bit off topic. Now, this jabroni, Phil Ali says Superman coming to digital means flop. No, because look at the same time, Jurassic Park a little bit over a month went to digital as well. So you're wrong. Try again. Okay. No, I would say this. Yeah, right. So I would say this. With Sony, you talk about they don't have the infrastructure. Yeah, they will have the infrastructure.
Parker, but they don't have the Parker. They don't put as many games as Xbox. How?
No, but this is what I'm saying though. You say, hold on now, right?
Okay.
They can't have the. That's what I'm saying. They can't have the infrastructure, right?
How?
Because Microsoft leases that stuff anyway.
Really? So hold on, Parker. So you're telling me Sony has a COD to put in Game Pass or their PlayStation subscription?
No,
but they need that. That's what they need, though.
You gotta let me finish. No, Rick, let me finish. You say infrastructure.
I got speculation on that, but go ahead, Park. I got speculation.
No, what I'm saying though, Microsoft leases those type of services out to other companies as well, so they can't have that type of infrastructure. It won't be their own, but yeah, they'll be paying for it.
That's why I think Parker on the right track. I think Sony is going to partner with Microsoft to build out their infrastructure.
I'm gonna count
Also,
you.
also,
Hold on. I'm finna count him. That's a lie because they don't even keep their own first parties in their subscription right now. So why would they do that?
Oh man,
they took them all out.
Oh, took that shit.
Hold on. I think you're talking about something different than what we're talking about.
I'm not saying the same thing y'all saying. I'm not talking about the games they want PS Plus. I'm just talking about building out the infrastructure to put games on different platforms in a timely manner. Like, bro, they can't move fast enough. Their own PlayStation launch. They only got Nixies. They got one studio that's doing all the porting. They got a contract. Yeah. They got to contract the other companies out to do the porting. Like it costs them money to port unless Nixies is doing it. So they don't like Microsoft. Microsoft development is built around PC and Xbox. You make the game at the same time. You got a PC version, you got an Xbox version. It takes little to no work. Maybe a few extra dollars. Who knows?
So now, but in order for that to work, though, right? What you guys are talking about. So what about these like when they money hat stuff for a year? Like what do you call it? The one with the girl with the big butt. What was that? Stellar Blade. So
Stellar Blade.
Yeah, so
you're gonna see less of those. I'm not saying you won't see them, but you're gonna see less of those. Look at what they've already. PlayStation already hinted at the PS6 chip. They said they're considering their next chipset platform. So that lets me know that when the PlayStation 6 is going to be multi-platform focused, they're going to have a system just like Microsoft. When you make a game on PS6, you're making the PC version at the same time. Because what they're doing now is you got to double dip and rework on the game that you've already made.
No, I'm gonna ask you a question because I'm not. Right. You probably do it. What would be the possibility of Sony using? Let's say in the future, right? Using Windows or some sort. Because wouldn't that make So yeah.
I think it could happen, but you're gonna need some type of like a hypervisor that run Linux for like back compatibility.
Yeah, so some hybrid type of
PlayStation is built on Linux, right?
I think
they're built on Linux, right?
I think it could be done. Like you might be looking at the PS6 running on DirectX.
I don't like what PlayStation's doing with that. It worked. Just listen. Here's it again. I don't want to. I'm gonna put this best way as I can. What separates PlayStation from Xbox is the experience. PlayStation went out of their way for their controller, for their games to get its most optimization out of those peripherals with their games. And I just think that they're gonna lose a little bit of that.
Yeah, nobody bought the peripherals, Rick. They lost.
Okay, they didn't. They did.
As much as you love the experience, they lost.
You're right, but you can't tell me that the Sony first party with the DualSense isn't the best experience you're going to get on those games. It is. You got the speaker in there when you're walking and you hear the horse and shit running on Ghost of Yotai and Ghost of Tsushima. You hear all of that, the horse and all that stuff in the background. Bro, it is built for that. So now to go away from that, you built your hardware to make that stuff shine. And now
you can still have that, Rick. The DualSense works just fine on the PC.
But what about the Xbox experience? Well, okay, you want to port that stuff over to Xbox? It's not going to be the same.
It's up to the user where they play it, bro.
I'm telling you, that's not really a super big fixture, right, with that DualSense. Because a lot of times when I turn that stuff off anyway, though. And like, it's like when it really started, it was okay, but now it's not something. It's a big deal.
It's a distraction.
Battery too. That's a battery killer, Rick. That's a big problem.
I mean, listen, man. Those,
don't want to hear no horse.
Yeah, now, Thriller Ali, I'm with you. He said the adaptive triggers are distraction. They're a distraction to me when I was playing 2K. That's why I didn't like playing 2K. Yeah,
there's the resistance on them.
I like that. I like that.
Bro, I just think there's. What do you think, Gaming Hero? Don't you think that the Sony games just listen to me? I know I tapped you in, but then I cut you off. I know I can't play MLB The Show on no other platform other than PlayStation because it's just better for me. on PlayStation. When you hear the crowd and stuff through the controller, and it just, you know, when you hit the ball hard, you can tell by the vibration if it's going to be deep enough out there in the outfield. I got to start running. Do I need to cut this thing off? Did I hit the cutoff man? I mean, I don't, for those that understand baseball, but to me, that it's the best experience by playing with the controller. Like, I just think that making it for other places, like, it doesn't hurt you on PC because I got this what is this thing here? Where is it?
It's a billion controllers you use on PC.
Yeah, I got this PlayStation Super controller that I bought, and I can just play it on PC. When I play a PlayStation first-party game on PC, that's what I use. I use that Edge. Where the hell is it? Hold on a second. Go ahead.
To give us the quality that they give us on first party,
I wonder if
even though they're going multiplayer.
Shit. No, you know, hold on a second. I gotta find my damn.
You get that same on the PC. You get it.
Rick don't even use this thing. He lying.
At the end of the day, though, regardless what platform Sony send these games, like it was to be money coming back in, right? So, and that's the whole point where increasing monthly active users, as far as like, or at least be invested in your games or whatever, right? If it's like, okay, you know, it was on PC or it was on Xbox or on Switch or is it or via the cloud, whatever, right? It also sends some of those games to the NVIDIA GeForce, whatever, to they cloud thing. You could do stuff like that, and that's how you could get those copies to sell even more.
All right, so this is the controller right here. When I play like a Death Stranding, this thing here. Hell, the damn thing cost me, Jesus Christ, $199.
You got the black one, right?
No, I don't have the black one. I got the white one. No, I got the white one. I mean, I figured that's the one that you would get too. But let's see here. I keep it in the box because I don't use it that often. Because only the Sony because here's the problem. And you know why I don't use it that often? The last time I used it was for Helldivers. Because the Sony games, when they come out to console first, I buy them on console. I buy Death Stranded. Both Death Stranded, I buy them on console. I'll probably get it when it comes to PC to see what kind of frames I can get or what kind of mods I can use. Like the girl who had the burned up body and Death Stranded. There's a mod that you can get her butt naked if you want. So, you know.
Speaking of controllers, I want to say that this goes for all companies. Start making controllers with Hall effect trick analog sensors in there though. So they're gonna do that.
They're gonna do that, man.
Yeah,
they want to reback controller.
I mean, no, you got third party companies selling these controllers though, right? Anyway, so they should do that though. Me first, go to Hall effect sensors.
Yeah, thanks for coming through.
You know how you get people to buy more controllers? You come out with different colors. That's how you get them to buy more controllers. You come out with different color scheme theme controls. That's when they. I want this controller right here because the color is the same controller, it's a different color. That's how you get them to buy more controllers. The same reason you bought that Doom controller, right, Nico? See.
Mm-hmm.
See,
you bought that Doom controller? Oh man, what the hell?
Yeah. When it first came out, I did. It looked cool, man.
Oh man, this nigga here, boy. You got that handheld.
That PS handheld gonna be a killer, man.
All right. So now I digress. Yeah. So we were talking about how the PlayStation confirms a move away from, and there's some people that are mad about it. Like, why would you be mad? The same way, like the Xbox guys didn't get mad when they started putting everything on PlayStation, is because now that's going to fund Game Pass. So now, with these games coming to other places on Sony, I'll get a bigger horizon. Hell, I might get one that's got co-op on it or something. So I'm excited for it. I mean, it's cool. Well, I'm always going to buy it. If it comes on PlayStation 5 or 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 first, I'm going to buy it there first and play it there first. Now, I did buy Death Stranding 2 Collector's Edition. I didn't get a chance to play it yet. Robocop came out. I got the dinosaur fever again. I was on Jurassic Park today, bro. I can't leave that game alone. It's like having an ex-girl or something. It's crazy. Every time I try to move away, I say, I beat Robocop. I'll move on to Death Stranded. The damn dinosaurs started calling me again. I said, shit. So, I gotta get to I gotta get up out of it. I gotta move on. I don't know if it's gonna be Grounded 2 or whatever. I gotta move on.
Yeah. My take is this. What I feel what Sony should do, like definitely go in the future, really embrace, definitely be a third party publisher that just happen to have hardware, whatever, right?
Yeah.
You should just do that. And also, if these games, it's rumor, I don't know how true it might be. If their games will come 6 months later to PC, I think that I'm cool with that. Opposed to those 2 years you have to usually wait.
Yeah,
it becomes 6 months.
6 months, but I don't even think it'll be 6 months because now, why would you want to spend more marketing money on something that was already out? So they're better off. If you want the MAUs, you got to go day and date. You're not gonna get the MAUs.
And so too. Why wait?
You gotta go day and date.
6 months.
MAUs.
I think those 6 months for the PC. Let's just hypothetical. Let's say if a game like Wolverine is coming 6 months later to the PC,
it's not gonna hit. Like, here's the difference between that. Having Wolverine come out on PC 6 months later is probably the difference in 6 million copies being sold. Because I'm telling you right now, the PC guys, listen, they might steal games, but they play the damn things. I'm telling you right now, the same way that Helldivers sold, 11 million on PC? That's type. Wolverine needs those kind of sales. He has to be day and date on PC.
They're going to be streaming it. They're going to get excited. Yeah. I want to play it. They're going to buy it on Steam, bro.
I think 6 months window on PC, I think they'll be fine with that, if that is true.
That's not going to work. You know what?
Bro,
if they do that, the
hype gonna fall off.
Yes.
No, I don't think
people played it and beat it already.
The only way that works, Parker, is if when it launches on PC, it's some new DLC or something that's included. You can't be selling niggas the base game 6 months later and think they're gonna be hyped about. No, that's not gonna work.
I think it do well. 6 months.
Look at all the games that they did when they came out a year later. Spider-Man didn't sell very, very well on
around 2 years later.
Yeah, I'm just saying, but it didn't sell well. That's what I'm trying. The game that sold the best PlayStation port besides Helldivers that sold is Zero Dawn. That's a fact.
Okay, but I don't think
Zero Dawn sold more than The Last of Us, bro, on PC.
Okay. So what was the wait? I'm gonna ask you a question. What was the wait from Indiana Jones to come on a PlayStation? Or
But hold on, that's different. I'll tell you why that's different. That's different because Indiana Jones came day and day on PC. So the PC is the larger platform anyway. So all the PC guys that love Indiana Jones gonna play it. All the Xbox guys who got Game Pass top tier gonna play it. The PlayStation guys, and then they bought it. But see, you got to understand this. The reason why Indiana Jones sold well on PlayStation, and it didn't even sell that well, but it sold, they didn't have no other first-party titles coming out. PlayStation's first party has been dry this year. They had Death Stranded and they got Yotai. That's it.
Okay, that might be true, but they always buy third-party games over there. So Indiana Jones, I'm not saying it did great. What I'm saying is 6 months window for it to come on PC. Now, let's say like a Ghost of Yotai.
If you told me, you had a better example if you use Horizon 5. That would be the better example because that game is 4 years old and it came out and sold more.
Yeah,
that would have been a better example if you said.
Well, I'm saying 6 months.
The PlayStation guys love car games. They love them. So you best believe that
6 months out. Yeah.
I don't think it'll be 6 months. They've been saying, bro, every time they talk about that, the time gets less and less. Anybody notice that?
It might so get less and less.
I mean, it went from years to months. There's going to be fucking days now. It's going to be a week. Hey, next week on PC. It's going to be a week next time.
It was 3 months, whatever, 3 to 6 months. But even if it was 6 months, it wouldn't be
bro, I'm telling you, that Helldivers money, imagine that Helldivers money at $40. Now imagine it at $70. Them niggas will pass out over there. They're like, yes, we gotta have this. And then you know what'll really fuck them up? They say, and here's where PlayStation can make a killing on Steam. They're like, hey, you know what? Because you know they're gonna make the Wolverine game tied in with the Spider-Man shit. You already know that. Hey, buy the bundle, the triple bundle. Wolverine, Spider-Man, Miles Morales, and the other one. You know, $100. They're gonna start selling those like $150. People buy it. They'll buy it. They'll buy it. Bro, there are more new PC gamers born every day than anything else. That's a fact. You know, once people dust their console warring claws off, you will realize that the whole time The market leader is fucking Windows when it comes to these damn PC games. They're the biggest audience. You get there. That's what it is. And as soon as we realize that, I think we do, but you're making this all about consoles. No, it's not. They're trying to sell the console shit to the PC guy because he will buy it. PC guys play everything. That's the difference. A console guy be like, well, I play the shooters on Xbox, or I play the story-driven games on PlayStation. The PC guy plays it all. That's the difference. Especially the FPS shit. They love that. So I don't know, man. Look, if they do it, which they are, they said it. Other people are trying to cap for it and say it's not happening. But I don't know. It is what it is. Levon, we got to steer this ship.
Yeah. So let's talk about Marvel Rivals PS4 version. It might become a reality. There was this data miner called PlayStation Game Size on social media, and he discovered like there was a Marvel Rivals PS4 logo or whatever. And basically, Insider Gaming is basically reach out the NetEase to whether or not they're going to address this and all that other stuff. So yeah, that could be a thing. And also, what could be a thing for next year is the fact that all these live service games that are still getting support on the PS4, things of that nature. Well, that's going to be ending in 2026. Again, guys, this is rumor, so take this with a grain of salt. It's already starting with a Genshin Impact that says, it's going to be stopping support in 2026. And there's going to be many other games, particularly in the live service, or they're going to drop PS4 support and now just tell people to move on to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, things of that nature.
All right. Well, that's very interesting.
Did you have something to say, Ty, about that, or?
Boy, Sony ain't stopping nothing, boy. That's where they making their money at. They ain't gonna do that. They not gonna stop support where they. I'm saying they not gonna stop support where they get most of their money from. They can say that PS5 making them money, but that PS4 still holding out strong for them. They'd be a damn fool to cut them service. A fool.
I mean, it's a rumor, so take what you will on that. Okay.
If people still play the game, they gonna support it, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
No,
that's why I said you can go.
All I would say is not Sony cutting the service to a third party game. It would be the third parties. Yeah, just to be technical. Yeah. I mean, that'd probably be good for Marvel Rivals that have those PS4 crowd and probably Xbox One crowd all on that though. It is a live service game, so I would
get it impacted on mobile. So they already got their audience. The mobile game, they make tons of money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what I ain't worried about the PS4. So if they cut it off, that's cool. But all the other games and Marvel Rivals, no, they want that PS4 money, bro. If it can play it, they can run it decently. They're gonna be online with it.
Yeah, but you gotta look at it. People buy the cosmetics and all that stuff, the skin. Sony gonna miss out on money. They cut them servers.
No, like I said, Sony can't cut those servers. That's what I'm saying. They those servers be run by NetEase though, or whatever. Those won't be Sony personal servers technically and stuff. So that same thing with probably not the same, but like with EA removing Anthem, that has nothing to do with any with Xbox or Sony, whoever, right? Because whoever controls the server, that's one who has the power to just say, we're cutting service from that. So it wouldn't be in Sony's.
Don't Sony own Genshin Impact though, or something like that? Only got ties with them or something? Genshin Impact.
I mean, no, I don't think they own it. Not that I know of though. But as far as Marvel Rivals though, it ain't coming in, but they wouldn't be able to cut no service to no game if it's not run by them. For one, and stuff like that. I'll come from the upper company, just to put that out there.
All right.
The last service ain't going nowhere.
All right. Any other thoughts? All right. Starfield could be coming to PS5 in spring 2026 alongside new expansion.
Listen. Please don't tell me fucking Nate the Hate is with this. This is the one thing everybody tells you Nate the Hate knows everything. He's been wrong about this Oh my god, it's disgusting. Like, can we stop already with this?
Hey, Starfield dead? Who still play that shit?
Yeah.
Who still play Starfield?
Nope, it is not dead.
That
People
shit dead
still play
still.
it.
Do you play it?
Oh, bro,
No, I don't play it,
preach.
but there are people that play it. There are people that still play it. Quite a few people that play it.
All right.
I hope so.
According to MP1 First, Starfield was pushed out 2025, partly due to the RPG week sales of first expansion, Shadow Space. Shadow Space was launched in September 2024 with mostly negative Steam user review rating, meant to be followed by an expansion this year as a part of an annual release schedule. IGN has asked Bethesda for comment. The PS5 launch will apparently coincide with the release of Starfield's second expansion and other quality of life updates.
What?
Do not expect an announcement at Gamescom later this month or in animated shadow drop, as the Elder Scrolls Oblivion Remaster benefited from. So, yeah, there was that. All right, so let's talk about the Shawn Layden stuff here. So, former PlayStation boss Shawn Layden, in an interview, Games Industry says the price of video games should have increased with every new generation. Laying on $80 a game notes the price of premium games have remained the same around 20 years. This is despite inflation and increased development costs. I think it's because everyone's afraid, said Layden. No one wants to be the first one to raise the price because you're afraid to lose traffic. So what you do is you just end up eating your operating income, your profit margin. He added there were more sports cards in the parking lot in the PS1 era than there were in the PS4 era. Because if you're selling 20 million units at 60 for something that only costs you 10 million to make, that's different than selling 20 million units at 60 for something that costs you 160 to make.
Somebody named the Rick said that.
Lane says the price of games should have increased gradually with every generation. However, the industry has put everything into growth, thinking that as long as we grow, even though we're not making money, somehow we can't die. How do you guys feel about this?
I just got a question. So when they sell those games inside those bundles, does that still count as a sale?
Yep.
So then that means they ain't selling all those games for $60 then. If that's the case, because a lot of them games bundle in with consoles. So they won't get the same margin. It wouldn't be the same margin.
All right. So how much were games back in the PS1 era? How much were games back then?
Like $50. Wasn't it $50, $40, right?
50.
Well, sometimes 30.
You guys were there. I was. Yeah, okay.
Damn, they want to act like we old as hell. But it was some was like 30, some was 20, some was 50. Just depends on which game it was.
So I guess with Layden, I think he was expecting $90 PS5 games. I guess.
Yeah, at one time it was like $80. Wasn't that like the NES or something like that? The games was like $80
instead of 10.
Yeah, 64. Yeah, it was like some would be like 70. Like around $75.
Those were the cartridges. Well, those were only Nintendo's third-party games. They were more expensive.
Yeah,
like
the cartridges and all that.
$74.99. Yeah.
But people pay more now though with DLC, the season pass.
Exactly, because the base game is the $70.
Yeah, like, come on, bro.
You want a season pass? You want a different skin? You want boosters?
You want to play 3 days early?
Yes.
Play 1 week early. Play $100. We've been paying more than 70, bro. Come on, we've been paying more than 70, bro.
Been playing. You got a guy like Parker who put his whole pension into 2K. You know when he goes.
Oh yeah,
that's true.
Got on fast systems and shit.
We ain't talking about nigga with his Pokemon cards.
Oh man,
what?
Oh,
but yeah, okay.
Rick said that. Why you attacking him?
You know what I'm saying? He could come to me and shit.
Oh, man.
Rick's collectible statues, or whatever. You know, championship WWE belt we see on his wall, right?
Whoa! That's the last belt Roman had. That made sense. Well, yeah, I got to keep that on the wall. I remember when he had both.
He
of
got
them
another belt.
Yeah,
on it, right?
I can only fit 2 right there, bro. I got the $1 million belt. I got the Hulk Hogan signed belt, the eagle on it. Oh man, shit, I ain't seen nothing when it comes to fucking belts.
Y'all be wanting all that 4K 60 shit, right? But when they raise the price of the games, y'all complains. So which way y'all want it, bro? If you want the game to be looking all great and shit.
Wait a minute.
Hold on.
The 810p guy.
Hold up, Nico. Hold up.
Didn't Nintendo, who don't make 4K 60 games, raise the price of Mario Kart?
That's quality, though.
They did. They did, brother. Come on, Nico. Come on, no cap.
Let's quality. Okay.
That's the legendary mascot, Mario.
Don't do this, come on.
You see all them characters? You see all them
That's not the game plan when they say that, Nico.
Just stop.
You supposed to lean to the left. You supposed to say Nintendo didn't raise their prices last.
Oh yeah. They ain't raise their prices.
Goddamn, but Nico, come on, man.
Help me out, nigga.
Jeez, dude.
Hey, stop, bro.
Wasn't no DLC, wasn't no season pass. The game just launched with all the characters, all the maps. So come on now, give them a break. Because versus other games, we got season pass, we got the DLC. You know what I'm saying? So they ain't do all that. They gave you the full game, all maps, all characters.
Yeah, but it's a bad look.
How?
It's not a bad look. I got you, bro. Fuck that. They ain't finna jump you. First of all, they ain't even up their prices last year. They at least waited one whole generation to make you pay extra money. Secondly, y'all out here paying $100 just to get a complete game that ain't complete. So that's bullshit.
Let's go.
All right, Nico, you on your own. I got your back. That's all I got.
No, but here's the thing, Nico. You'd have been okay, but you mentioned y'all want 4K from that, but Nintendo did. Hey, I never criticized nobody for having a higher cost of a game. So.
But we don't ask for that though. Y'all ask for that.
Who asked for what?
Ray tracing and shit. All that ray tracing stuff. It costs money, don't it?
No, that's not what we asked. That's what they promised, right? They advertised it on the box art. What are you talking about?
They did. No. They did advertise.
I'm talking about game. Not Nintendo. We talking PlayStation or what? What we talking about?
PlayStation and Xbox. They advertised that on the box art.
They advertised that stuff.
So
but y'all be wanting that though. You ever saying the game don't look good enough? It's ugly. It's muddy. The textures. Like, come on, bro. It's all money.
No, listen here. Here's the difference though, right? Nico, check this out, right? You know you messed up though, right?
No, let me play. Let him go, Nico, so I can punch him in the head. Let him go, because he just lied. I'm gonna get his ass. Go ahead, go.
Can I finish? Listen, Nico mentioned 4K stuff, right? Even I could buy the same game, right? Play it on a PC. And I'm gonna get way better texture. And I haven't seen it. No. You talk about the prices though, right? Of the game. So that same game is $80, right? If it was on available for PC, it'll be $80 as well. So yeah. So if anything, I'll probably see better value buying a game like a multiplayer on the PC. As long as it's not Robocop. Sorry, Rick, but you just said it anyway. But yeah. But you can't talk about someone raising game and Nintendo did it. Oh, well, Mario's quality. You can't do that.
Let him go, Nico. Let him go.
That's all I'm saying. Like I ain't come here to argue.
We're paying $400 to $500 for this console.
Okay.
And I'm about to punch Ray on ass too.
Nico sounding like Dr. Umar right now.
Hell no. I got your back, Nico. These niggas capping. These niggas capping because when the PS4 Pro came out and that Xbox One X, these motherfuckers was yelling, 4K 60 better be standing on the next fucking console.
Yeah,
don't y'all around here.
They were.
I didn't say they were.
What y'all said? Everybody said
they were.
Y'all didn't say loud, Nico, like he didn't. No, I said all it was for everybody who had a Pro and a One X, they were saying the standard better be 4K 60. I don't want to hear that. That's bullshit. They did say that.
They take more development time, development costs, all that. So the game gonna cost a little bit more.
No, that's not why it's costing more, Nico. No, that's not why it costs more, right? Development time. You always gonna have development time. That's not why the game.
What's the reason? More. What's the reason?
Because they wanted to charge you more money. That was the reason.
You just making up reasons.
No, it's not because you always gonna have somebody has to call these and stuff like that. Bro. If anything, listen here,
you want Spider-Man 2 at 4K 60, they gotta take like an extra year to polish it. Make the polygon model. You know what I'm saying?
No, nigga, stop.
They gotta pay the devs. So they gonna raise the price on you too.
Nigga, stop. Just stop the nonsense right now, nigga.
Somebody has to call. Somebody has to call these niggas.
Give you ray tracing. That's not going to change.
Somebody has to.
We got to pay. Already we have to pay the debt.
Yeah, they gonna rush and shit. It's gonna be buggy at launch. Like, come on, bro, use your head.
Like Spider-Man 2 was. Like Spider-Man 2 was. That motherfucker was janky. Not saying it wasn't.
Wasn't for me.
What?
Oh my God!
You hear that, Rick? Come on, not like this.
Hear that, Rick?
Not Parker. Oh, no. Come on, Parker. Don't you start this shit.
No, but like I said, it wasn't janky. I was able to game breaking bugs.
I mean, there were people out there making.
Whoa, brother! So you telling me you ain't had no bugs in your Spider-Man? Come on.
I ain't had no game breaking bug, and I have to stream the game. Did Nico stream his?
I streamed the game, and I got caught in a goddamn building. What are you talking about?
He really did.
Yes.
I did too. Man, I'm not here to I got the platinum, dude.
I'm not here to say if Ricky got. I don't know if Ricky got caught in the building or not.
Yeah,
that's his
story.
I got caught in the bridge, crossing that damn bridge. I got caught.
But yeah, man, I experienced bugs on multiple games, not just Sony games. Just to be fair,
not a lot of Nintendo games.
Right?
Nintendo games.
I don't play a whole lot. I mean, that's probably not. I mean, but I'm pretty sure you search YouTube, you could probably find some bugs. But hey, I don't.
Correlation though, if you ask for more, they got to work on it more, so they're gonna charge more.
No, that's not it. No, that's not.
I mean, people are gonna respond, brother. With that, there's gonna be a limit to that. Like,
well, yeah, of course, yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, people ain't gonna, always spend $70-$80. They might wait for a sale or just go on to another hobby or just pirate the game. There's also that too.
Who's also saying we've been paying it regardless though, like the early editions, extra DLC, season pass. So what's the like? Come on, bro.
No, but here's the thing. What I'm saying is this: I'm not gonna make an excuse. To be fair, I even trashed Nintendo for having a higher price for their games and stuff. I tried to put that, but I'm not gonna make excuses.
To be fair, you're not a Nintendo guy though, Parker. So it wouldn't affect you. Like I don't. I mean, to be fair, I don't care what's going on overseas or anything like that. Maybe a few tariffs or something.
Even with Microsoft, where they temporarily had made that when they said they're going to increase the price, I didn't kill Microsoft for that either, though. Right? You didn't have me doing no. Podcast,
to the representative of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan in the city of Washington, D.C., Minister Shawn
I said they believe that's what they product should be. I can't fault them for that. But let's not say, okay, it's okay for one and not okay for the other. You can't do that, nigga. You gotta be fair.
But you gotta stop
I got a question, too. God of War Ragnarok. I love that game. I played it. Do you feel like that was worth $70 or would you feel like it's worth $80 if they would have charged for it? God of War Ragnarok.
I mean, you ask the consumer what they think what it's worth because they bought it.
You played it. You played it, beat it. I think it's worth it. Like games like that.
I don't know if a game is necessarily worth $80 per se, right? And so hell, I don't think 2K is worth $80, really, right?
Well, you sure put money into it, boy. You put a lot of money into
right.
2K.
You put like 500.
No, but as far as the VC, that's a different story, though. But as far as the game itself, no, I don't think 2K should be $80. Hopefully, I think it's only $70 though. But that's just me because I played a whole lot of 2K, and I played a whole lot of. I'm glad Madden's not $80 though. But I don't think.
And then look, y'all be on the mocap, voice acting. Y'all be saying, and the voice acting in the game, mocap and all that shit. They cost money, bro. They gotta pay the actors, the voice actors, and all that.
Hey, you gonna do that? You do that regardless when you making the game, right? The mocap. 2K used the mocap. Obviously, the Madden. Hell, Naughty Dog, with
they need their money back, Parker. That's why Tony got money like that. They ain't making enough money.
No, ridiculous. Every company need their money back off their investment making a product. Come on.
I know what I'm saying. Y'all want that big AAA quality. You got to pay up, my nigga.
Oh, man.
Listen, hold on. We're not gonna we're gonna say, well, they justify me charging $80. We're not gonna do that. Hey, they want to make
not all games. Not all games, though. Not all games.
No, I'm just saying. So I'm just saying. I'm not gonna make a excuse about it. They was right making this game $80. I'm not gonna do that. I'm a consumer.
If the PS6 come out and that new Naughty Dog game come out and it's 80, would you boycott or would you be mad or what?
I can't have you giggling. Oh, say it again.
If that new PS6 come out and the new Naughty Dog game Intergalactic, if it's $80 at launch, are you gonna buy it or are you gonna like boycott or or not?
Boycott, because I didn't boycott Microsoft or Nintendo for having like a higher price game. That's what I'm saying. I didn't kill for that.
So you for the $80?
No, I'm not saying for $80. I'm just saying they charge a game.
You don't mind it.
No, I'm saying what I'm saying is I didn't take a stand against that $80 game though. That's what I'm saying. So, but what I'm saying, I'm gonna say it again.
Right.
We can't pick and choose who's right or who's wrong for having an $80 game.
Because
that's what I'm saying.
We're going in circles. Levon, clear the ship. The objective one won't back down. The gaming hero won't back down.
Yeah, you go.
Yeah, so you guys.
All right. Let's talk about this Resident Evil remake. So. There's some rumored remakes out there of Resident Evil Code Veronica and Resident Evil 0 targeting a 2027/2028 release, according to series insider Dust Golem on Twitter. So he's unclear which one's going to come out first, but yeah. Have you guys played these games, Code Veronica or Resident Evil 0?
I did.
Back on Dreamcast.
You gotta do Zero. You gotta do 0 first. And that should
have been first anyway.
Yeah, because that actually it wasn't the first Resident Evil, but it was like a what do you call that? The prequel.
Prequel.
It was a prequel. The original OG Resident Evil was on PlayStation, and then they made this Resident Evil 0 years later. You got to do 0 first. Code Veronica was only on Dreamcast, and I think didn't it come to 360?
Nintendo.
No, it was on
Nintendo.
It was on PlayStation too.
No, but I'm saying Veronica originally released only on Dreamcast. When it came out, it was
Dreamcast exclusive.
I played it on the Dreamcast.
Yeah, you can't now. Listen, here's what I do know: I have every Resident Evil ever made on PC except for Veronica. It's not available. They got some mobile ones too that are trash, but you can't get Code Veronica on PC.
Was Code Veronica a good game?
Hell yeah, hell yeah! Code Veronica was real good, bro. Oh my God, I love Code Veronica.
Are they doing Code Veronica or Code Veronica X? Which one are they doing?
This says
Code Veronica.
Code Veronica.
Code Veronica.
Code Veronica. Veronica. Code Veronica.
I think X was the one that was on Dreamcast. Was X, right? Code Veronica X, right?
I don't remember.
I thought it was.
I don't remember a Code Veronica.
I think it's the original.
I don't remember a Code Veronica.
I remember. I beat it.
I just remember Code Veronica. That's where you play as Chris. I think it's his sister. Is that Chris's sister?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's Chris' sister. Yeah, I played this.
The new Resident Evil come out next year, though.
I'll show you.
So the new Resident Evil come out next year, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Yes. Requiem, I think it's called.
I think that's either January or February, right? One of them.
I thought I saw a pussy. A cat, that is. Yes.
So Code Veronica X came out on Dreamcast in Japan March 22nd, 2001, probably PlayStation 2 August 22nd in North America, GameCube December 3rd, 2003 in North America, and PS3 and 360.
So what's the difference between Code Veronica and Code Veronica X? It's the same game, I think.
That's what I was going to just ask you, because I'm going to say I beat Code Veronica X.
Yeah, I think it's the same game. Let's see, Code Veronica versus Code Veronica X. All right, so what are the differences? Code Veronica's title contains a background of Alex's castle. What's the difference? Code Veronica X is the same game. It says Code Veronica is only available on Dreamcast, and it's the original version of the game. X is.
I gotta read this super chat from Burials here. Resident Evil needs to change his controls to more third-person Uncharted gunplay.
Thank you
for the $5.
Thank you,
They tried that with 6, and look what happened.
So no, let me finish.
Hold
on. It said X is the definitive version available on every other platform, plus Dreamcast in some regions. That adds more cutscenes, adds some additional story elements, and fixes some glitches and bugs. Yeah, because Code Veronica, Sega had the exclusivity rights for that game, and that's why, in order for them to port it to other players, I'm sure Sega got some money for it. But yeah, because you got to understand, Resident Evil had a downtime until Veronica came out to what's the name? Dreamcast. It was having a tough time because they had made some they made some bad versions, bro. The controls were cans like Resident Evil 4 and
tank controls. Yep.
Yeah, it was bad. So Veronica was kind of like their comeback story. And with the Dreamcast features, with the LCD screen and all the other stuff, that was pretty good for them. So
they fixed them janky ass tank controls because that was terrible.
Yeah,
when you couldn't move correctly with the camera angle, that was horrible.
Yeah, them joints was bad, bro.
But y'all gonna buy it? Y'all, I don't know if y'all Resident Evil. I'm buying it. I'll buy every remake.
Yeah, I love those joints, bro. I made sure, like, when they had that big ass Resident Evil sale on Steam, bro, I was buying all them joints.
Yeah, I know it's super big Resident Evil fan, but it's just a rumor. I don't know if it's true or not that probably getting a sort of like a remake or a continuation of an Uncharted game, where it's gonna be his daughter and stuff. And so the team that did
where do you get Uncharted from Resident Evil?
No, we talk about like remakes though. So yeah, but I just said I wasn't gonna do that. But I heard a rumor about possibly they're working on this Uncharted game. So that game, I definitely get that.
What up, guys?
Favorite
player. What's good, brother?
Yeah.
What y'all talking about there, man?
We're talking about the Resident Evil remakes. They're supposed to be coming out like 2-3 years from now.
They should do 0 and the OG Resident Evil before they do Veronica. They should.
They did that one already. They just didn't give it to the new.
No, they gave it to the
new
GameCube.
Yeah, they didn't get the RE engine.
Yeah, because the GameCube.
That was the first one.
That's
they
the
did
bad
the first
thing
one,
about
but
those
that
controls
was
were cans, bro. You press down and the guy does a 360. Like, those controls are bad, bro. Yeah, those controls are bad on those Resident Evils, yo. Oh my god.
But I never really
I think the best Resident Evil. I think the best Resident Evil is Resident Evil 4. To me, that's the best. That's the gold standard to me.
Yeah, that was very good. And the remake didn't disappoint either. It just made you now, even though they cut some stuff out. See, that's the thing I don't like when they do the remakes, is because they use the RE engine. I don't think the RE engine can handle a lot of that stuff that the OG one does, because you can do more with less when it's not as demanding. The characters aren't that big on the screen. Like, yo, this third person, this guy takes up the whole screen. It wasn't like that with the Resident Evil 4 and them. They're smaller. The worlds are bigger. But I mean, it's all good. I don't have a problem. Briadio says Evil Within was better. He's the guy. That guy.
Better than what?
Well, hold on. Better by Shiki. The guy that made Resident Evil made Evil Within. I do know that. That's a fact. Them Japanese guys love like horror films and shit. That kind of their stuff.
Yeah.
What Evil Within was better than what game?
I think he's talking about the first one. He didn't.
Oh yeah, well he probably ain't lying because they didn't really make that first one better, so I'll let that one slide. But 2, 3, even though they cut the hell out of 3, they took so much stuff out of 3. 4 was good. They better do 5 justice, and they better make sure they do 6 real good because people hated 6. But I just want to know how that's gonna work since you got 3 different games in one game. I wonder how that's gonna work.
Well, Briadios is saying Evil Within was only $30 million budget with Tango. Capcom spent $250 million to make Resident Evil to remake 2, 3, and 4. Yeah, more bang for your buck. Yeah, he's got a point there. Got a point. All right, Levon, where we going?
All right, so let's talk about this EA remaster situation. And EA isn't really all that for remasters like that. So EA refuses to fund a remake of Dragon Age Origins or a remaster collection of the Dragon Age trilogy, Origins to Inquisition. So EA is against remasters overall. Dragon Age will be harder to do than Mass Effect. BioWare wants to do it, but EA refused to give them more money. So BioWare would have to do it with the resources they already have. Unfortunately, they can't afford it at the moment since they are already working on Mass Effect 5. So, how do you guys feel about this?
Man, only remaster I don't care for EA if they do like a Fight Night remaster. That'd be a remaster I care for. Okay. Ricky was probably say Mass Effect. That's his favorite RPG.
Okay,
it would be Mass Effect. So, You're right. It would be Mass Effect. I mean, the problem with Fight Night is you can't do it because the licenses are the boxers. You know, so many of the I mean, Floyd Mayweather started that where he's like, "Yo, if I'm gonna be on the game, I need $100 million or something." He said it was like ridiculous. So it's like, all right, whatever. Go create yourself a Floyd Mayweather. Call him money, like everybody did. Then you box with him. So that's that. I mean,
Floyd Money Mayweather.
Yeah, Floyd Mayweather. Yeah, he ain't want nobody using him in the game. He wants them to pay him a whole bunch of money. But
he broke. He broke right now.
Something ain't right with him and his money. You can't call yourself money and you still fighting freaking exhibition. Something wrong. All right, so we are just at the compatible the Halo game, right? The PlayStation compatible.
Yes.
All right, we'll close the show with this, and we want to thank y'all for coming through. So, Levon, what is this filth that you have bought before me?
So there was a recent data mine that uncovered references to PlayStation compatible Halo games in the API. This is from Rebs Gaming, who has provided a number of scoops on Halo titles in the past using Grunt API as the main source. New Halo title with PlayStation compatibility is listed in the API. The game was also linked in PlayFab last week, which is a back-end platform aiding services including cross-platform progression, matchmaking, and ununified online services. Rebs Gaming suggests that the best-case scenario would have announcements for the Halo Combat Evolved remake, Project Urk, and the Project Urk beta during the Halo World Championship 2025 in October. So,
what does all that mean?
Let Rose go. Let go. Yeah.
The fact that it's in PlayFab and it's publicly available to see, they probably are doing something. And something's going to be on PS5. Do I think they're going to reveal it at the Halo Championship? No, I don't, because nobody watches that thing.
Oh man,
right? Yeah. Halo esports is dead as anything. I guarantee you, the championship won't have no more than maybe 15,000 people, if 20,000 people watching it, because Halo esports is just not what it was. It's not what it was during the MLG days. Right? It's just, I don't even know why it's still alive right now, but it is. But I do think it's real because it's in PlayFab, and that stuff you can find publicly available.
Okay.
You heard it from the pastor's mouth. So, I mean, look, do I think it's... Listen, I guarantee you, first of all, I've seen Halo players. Any PlayStation guy that comes in and wants to... They're going to get stomped out in that. See, that's one thing that I appreciate, I respect about Gears and Halo, is they're hard games. They're not easy freaking team deathmatch, shoot your teammate. Those games are not easy. That's an acquired
That's taste. Why they don't sell well anymore.
Yeah,
that's why they don't sell well.
They're not for the casual. They're not.
Exactly.
Yeah, so they're hard. Look, I get it.
You gotta realize, Rick. You do gotta realize most of the people that's over there came from Xbox. So I mean, some of them still can compete.
Yeah, but think about this. When's the last time they picked up a Halo game? Or a freaking Gears game? It's been 10, 12 years. Like, I don't... Come on, man. They don't want that.
Well, I am interested to see Halo using the Unreal Engine 5 engine. See how that looks and stuff and plays.
Ricky, did you all talk about how there's a rumor going around from Michael Pachter that Fear Games looking like it's going to be cancelled?
No, we didn't talk about that. Yeah, he said we didn't do that, Pastor, because Michael Pachter is not very credible. I mean, he says a lot of things, and so he was right about the ABK deal, but he was not right about how the way it went down. He said it'd go through, but hell, I said that.
But let me ask you this, Ricky. Let me ask you this, Ricky. Is this statement by Michael Pachter a far-fetched statement?
No, it is not, because if you kick the development lead or the the what do you call it? The dev lead, if she leads or gets fired, it's probably something in trouble. I mean, doesn't mean that it's canceled.
You drop something in your Discord, right?
Who are y'all talking about? I miss who y'all talking about.
The Fair Games.
Yeah, Justin just said, I just confirmed with Michael Packard that he does not know if Fair Games was canceled.
Yeah, see
he said I misspoke. Said Jay was let go. I assume it was canceled. So he does not know if it's been canceled. I just posted it in Discord.
I'm putting it on screen now.
That's the sweet.
He truly don't know. He truly doesn't.
I think it's been canceled.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Let me tell you something. If we thought which game would have got canceled first, Contraband or Fair Game, we would have said Fair Games. Because I mean, hell, if you said what will get canceled first, Fair Games or what's her name, the girl Perfect Dark, we would have said Fair Game. And come to find out, Perfect Dark's gone, Contraband's gone. I don't think Blade's gonna get canceled. Wishful thinking for you guys. That's not gonna happen. That's a Disney back.
That's because they got a license agreement.
Exactly. Absolutely, they got license.
If Marathon's struggling, Fair Game's gonna come on, bro. This is gonna flop,
bro.
But hey, you want to report factual news? So that was the thing I was just saying that.
Yeah, exactly. That's why we didn't touch it, because Pactor is hit or miss sometimes. He knows about as much about the industry. Yeah, he knows as much as I do. Man, what the hell? He be stealing some of my takes about the console not being around. All that nigga he stole from me.
That's why I wanted to post that
bastard.
I think it's very much believable because of Sony's how to say misstep with a lot of live service games. So I don't think they have it done as yet.
Yeah, hey, listen, Pastor, I think you're right about that. I mean, we saw what Concord was that had to go. We see all the ones that they canceled because I guess, whatever. I mean, look, man. I mean, we didn't even really touch on that. Again, time is short. I'm really closing the show right now, but we got a lot to talk about. Probably we might have to do a show on Wednesday to, just to catch up on some things that I did want to talk about, because we got a lot of canceled games going on. Sony makes most of their money from freaking gas games. So, that kind of lets you know why the single player stuff is going to be going to Xbox and going to PC a little earlier now. And me and Parker talked about it earlier about the whole 6-month thing. And he thinks 6 months is good. I don't think that's good enough. Not if you want to, recoup all of that money that you put out there.
Oh, man! Compared to 2 years, I'll take that. I'll take that. 6 months.
6 months. 6 months is because that's what I have been saying this from the first moment they started putting games on PC. 6 months is what they can do right now and promise. But that's like I said, it was going to get shorter when they did Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah,
it's gotten shorter and shorter and shorter
every time.
Right now, 6 months. Right now, 6 months is what they can commit to and put their word behind. But I guarantee you that day and date is coming. All right.
Well, we already know the X-Men one is day and date. We know the X-Men one is day and date.
I laid out the blueprint.
They just getting their pipeline together. That's it. Once they got their pipeline in order and they can actually do it in a timely manner, a month or 2 month report, it's going to be day and date games. As soon as they can do it.
I was pointing out the blueprint what Sony should do and stuff. What I said earlier, though, Rick. So, but I'll take those 6 months for now. Me and Rick have been play those games, so.
It's not enough, but it's better than what they were doing.
Yeah, but we think. Look, now look. As long as they're doing release on the PlayStation console before it comes to PC, they got my business. But if it goes day and date, my PS5 is gonna be like my Xbox, be sitting over there with some dust on it. The only time I play the Xbox is certain games on console that I like. I'm slowly getting away from the console forever. Because, this is the first year I bought WWE 2K on PC. I didn't buy it on Xbox. I bought
Did you enjoy it on there?
Not really, because I'm having trouble.
Wow.
I'm having, and again, it's not because the gameplay. I'm having issues importing my custom tracks. I went through it and it's not working. I don't know.
Just what do you do? So what I guess you could do if you have your own little music site, maybe SoundCloud, Apple Music, Amazon Music, whoever.
Yeah, but
and just have your own little playlist.
I know, but I had the program. I changed it, bro. I gave DDP like his real theme and all this other, all the license stuff that they took away. Voodoo Child for Hollywood. I had all of that, but it will not work. I don't know why, but I got to figure that out. But hey, listen, I want to thank the chat. Brierios, thank you. He is our top donor of the day. Is Brierios. Shout out to Brierios.
He's from Canada.
Shout out to Brierios, man.
Shout out to Brierios. Shout out to Jay Blizz Corner. Shout out to Pastor Joe who came in late. Shout out to shout out to Dark Lord Fusion, Thriller Ali. Who else we had? Shout out to Vaughn. He came through. Merkenstein came through.
Noah was here.
Yeah, Noah. Shout out to the light skinned pastor. Shout out to the gaming hero who came through, and Levon for putting the show together. Ty for being here early, because we want to get back to basics, coming back early. And shout out to the Objective One. He hasn't joined the gaming show in a while. Good to see.
So are you doing a Watchtower on Monday?
Yes, got to.
Probably not a big surprise, but I have purchased a digital Superman though, right, Rick?
Wait a minute. Hold on. I gotta stop you. Why would you purchase the digital? Well, because. Why would you purchase the digital Superman if you pre-ordered the 4K Steelbook? It comes with the digital code.
maybe I could do a giveaway on my channel with the digital code and a Blu-ray.
All right, that ain't why he can't. He can't help himself. He can't wait. He can't help it. Exactly.
Oh man.
No, hold on. The difference is, Rick. True. I am a supporter not only of Superman but also of DC.
You
knew this already, though, Ray.
But you ain't buying no Batman digital that early. It's only Superman.
Yeah, did you pre-order that Dark Knight special Steelbook?
I told you about it. I told you about it. You're the Batman guy.
Hold on.
All right, you told him about it, but did you order it?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Did you get it?
I got it. That's over.
Exactly.
Oh, man. But you said you was you just said you were a DC supporter. What's going on around here?
I'm a DC supporter. But for like $150 plus?
I think it was more than that, actually.
Parker is over in the hold on. Parker is over in the corner with Superman wrapped around his arm, putting that Superman needle into his face, bro. That's he do this at panic when it comes to this guy.
I think it was more than 150. Hold on.
I got the whole, but I got the whole Batman trilogy already on whatchamacallit.
Yeah, but this is Steelbook. These Steelbooks are nice, bro. They
mine's a Steelbook as well, though.
Yeah, it was one. Damn, wait, they charged me $20 in shipping.
Oh my god,
that was kind of right there, though.
Yeah, it was cool, but it was 136, but they dinged me for 154.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's kind of expensive though. Yeah, I ain't mad at them though.
I mean, it's a beautiful looking Steelbook. I thought.
Yeah, it is. That's why I tagged you in it too. Sent it to you.
It looked nice. So I got it. I also got the Karate Kid. They have a nice little box set that came out too. I pre-ordered that one. I pre-ordered Jurassic Park because I got all the other. Jurassic Park is probably my favorite franchise. I like dinosaurs. My son likes dinosaurs. We're a dinosaur family. Yeah, we go to the museum and stuff a lot. So
Superman one, the 4K Steelbook one, that's sold out.
Yeah, that's sold out. You could. Yeah,
I'm looking. Yeah, I'm glad. Maybe Walmart, you might get a shot.
Nah, you're not gonna get it. Well, you might, because the Wolverine Deadpool one was sold out for months, and then when I went to Walmart in Milford, they had fucking 6 of them there on clearance. I was like, oh man, they went, and that movie did $1 billion.
Now what?
So
I probably would try to get the Steelbook or at least digital weapons when it comes.
Yeah, I pre-ordered it. I pre-ordered that one.
I ain't seen a Steelbook for weapons yet.
Yeah, they have it.
Drop in my
hold on. I saw it. Hold on. Let me make sure. I could have been mistaken and got something else instead. Hold on. I'll tell you. I just go to my Amazon page.
Yeah, I'm gonna go there too. Weapons, 4K. Let me see.
Yep. Weapon.
Yeah. Also,
yep. Now it's not available right now. Yeah, it's sold out.
Oh yeah, I know. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, sold out. So I got mine. Yep, currently available.
Also,
we do not know when it will be back in stock. Yep.
So. Okay, Nico. Also, for you, Nico, you say you like the Batman, that Absolute Batman. You go to Amazon and get the volume 1 of, I think, the first 5 or 6 books. It'll be there. So yeah, so you can check that out.
And
Nico.
you can also get this called Fan Home. It's these are the Batman books that I get every month. It starts out cheap for like $5 a month. And then it starts going to $60 a month. They don't fucking tell you. But you get a nice hardcover book. Batman, it starts with, this is the first one. It's part 1. This is year 0. You know, good artists here. And you get about 10 of these books. And then it comes with a case. And it's a hanging and mounting case you mount on a wall. And if you look here at the spine of the actual book, when you get all the books together, they form the Batman symbol. So that was pretty cool. So I got all of those. That's all I got to say. I'll see you guys on Monday. And thank y'all for coming through. I'm going to do something I haven't done in a long while. I'm going to add timestamps. And I got to get back to basics. What got us where we are. So back to the timestamps. And appreciate Pastor. Everybody came through on the panel. Appreciate the chat. And we'll see you guys on Monday.